This is for week 15, November the 30th, Monday. This first problem in number and operations in base 10 asks us to estimate. When we are estimating, we are rounding to the greatest place. And the greatest place here would be not the ones place, but the tens place. So we're rounding this number to the nearest tens. And so this is a 0 through 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. This 5 stops right there and it goes no more. So that 54 and 49 hundredths becomes 50. And then here, the greatest place will be the ones place. Circle this digit again. It falls into the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, but not the 5 through 9. So we're going to keep this right where it is at the 7. So our estimated answer is 57. The exact answer, we're going to just go ahead and actually do the work. Lining up. This T-chart really does come in handy to make sure you get your stuff aligned perfectly. So go ahead, you could do a little T-chart one straight down. That's the decimal points go the line down. Annex a 0 in right here. 9 plus 0 is 9. 4 plus 3 is 7. Don't forget your placeholder. Regroup with our 1. 7, 4 is 11. And so our exact is 69 and 79 hundredths. And we go back and we compare it to our estimated answer to see if it's reasonable. And sure enough, it is. All right, this next problem is talking about a pipe that is 4 feet long and is cut into 10 equal sections. How long is each pipe section? So we know we have 4 feet and we know that they're cut into, so we're talking about division here. So what is being divided? What the pipe, the 4 foot long pipe, and you're dividing it into how many parts? 10. Well, we know that this is division sentence can be, just go ahead and transfer it into the fraction. 4 divided by 10. And then we could simplify. Both of those numbers are divisible by 2's. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 10 divided by 2 is 5. 2/5. 2/5 of a foot long for each section. Alrighty, moving on. On Saturday morning, there was 1/4 inch of rain. That afternoon, there was 1/6 inch of rain. How much rain fell on Saturday? So that's our question, is how much rain fell on Saturday. So that means we're going to be putting a 1/4 and 1/6 together. So since we don't have like denominators, it's going to be our job to stack them to get like denominators. Well, some of you are going to want to use 24ths, but is that the first multiple that these two have in common? And the answer would be no. If we count by 4s, 4, 8, 12, count by 12, count by 6s here. 6, 12, what's the first one that 4 and 12 have in common? 4 and 6 have in common is 12. All right, so now we're going to rename. What did I do to the 4 to get 12 parts? Times 3 times 3. Now remember, we're adding fractions. And we've been multiplying fractions a lot lately, but the whole key about fractions, when you're adding and subtracting, the denominators must be alike. So that's our job, to make them so. 6 times 2 is 12. I increased that by multiplying it by 2, so you must do it to the numerator. 1 times 2 is 2. Circle my 3 and my 2, and that's 5 what? 5/12. All right, 5/12 is your answer for that problem. All right, let's look at this other one. This problem says list the operations in order to find the answer. Right now, all they're asking you to do is list the operations in the order that they occur. They're not saying say parentheses first, although that is what you do first. But what operation is in the parentheses first? If you said subtraction, you're right. So you have to subtract first. You might even want to move this down as you go to see what you do. All right, B5. That's a little division symbol. Plus 5. All right, so let's look at what we have now. We have division in there next, don't we? So we would be doing our 5 divided by 2 next. So that's division. Well, I'm gonna, let's rewrite this right here so we'll have room to work it out a little bit anyway. So if I do 5 divided by 2, that's 2.5, right? So I'm just gonna put 2.5. And they didn't ask you to find the answer, they just wanted to know what operations you're doing next. Okay, so now our next one we're looking at is we don't have any more parentheses, multiplying, dividing, any of that. So now we go to adding and subtracting, but we don't do adding first unless it comes first and the number sent across. Well, for this case, you're going to be subtracting again. And then what would be the final step after I do my subtraction? The next operation would be add. So it has to be just like this. Okay, let's get the next one. I hope that this one you're not going to dwell upon it, but automatically you're looking for the one that is the heaviest. Well, a ton is 2,000 pounds. So there's your reasoning right there. If you had that memorized, a ton is 2,000 pounds, much greater than 8 pounds, 9 pounds, 3 ounces, 137 ounces. All right.